Welcome to Love, Lust, and Lies. I am your host, Ken Canion. And on today's show, we're going to talk about the 6 reasons men fall in love. Why does a man fall in love? And many people, women get it wrong all day long. And the one thing, let me tell you what's not going to be on the list. What's not going to be on the list is how good your cootie cat is. That is not on the list. And what happens is women think that if I give him this thing and if I just rock his world, he will fall in love with me. Now, he might fall in love with your cootie cat, but he might not fall in love with you. All right? And so today, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about how men fall in love. And those of you who've been following me, y'all, I appreciate you. And we got a lot of stuff coming up. A lot of things coming up where we're expanding. And y'all, I look at my views every day and it's cool. The last week I've been getting anywhere from 300 to 500 views a day. And that tells me it's time for me to expand what I'm doing and where I'm going. All right. And we're going to do that. But as for you, I'm going to keep providing the content that I always do. I'm going to help all the people that I've always helped. So let's get started. All right. First thing. I had a client come to me the other day and she was talking about, I've been with this guy all this time. And I said, do you love him? She says, yes, I love him. I said, does he love you? She's like, I think. I said, how do you know if a man loves you? All right. How do you know? Yesterday, I broke down a lot of that. But then I said, do you know how to get a man to fall in love with you? She was like, no. I said, let me show you. So first of all, I'm not a wizard. I'm not, and what I'm saying is the thing that I'm going to tell you today can be the catalyst used to get the man to fall in love with you. It can be. Now, but many women don't do the things that I'm about to say today. They don't see the signs. They don't understand how men work. And so y'all know I'm 186 episodes in, and I'm going to give you, as always, the doctor do what the doctor does. And the doctor always gives you the advice. So here we go. Number one, the first thing I want you to understand is this. And this is the part I need people to understand. Everybody I coach, I teach them this. Number one, falling in love with someone, you cannot choose who you fall in love with. You can't help who you fall in love with. Now, you can't help who you fall in love with. You can't help who you fall in love with. Let me say it again. Falling in love has to do with a myriad of things happening. Number one, there's a myriad of cocktails that happen when you feel the feeling of love. There are things that all come together at once. You can't help who you love, but you can help how you love. And this is what I'm going to tell you. You can't help who you love, but you can help how you love. And so when we're going to get started, I want you to understand how men fall in love. See, men don't fall in love like women do. Women fall in love a lot of times based on potential, how they make me feel. But men fall in love with function. Now, I want you to think about this. Men fall in love with function. How he functions around this female. How they function together. What his life is like as a result. The effect that she has on him. Okay? And so men fall in love with functionality, the way we function together, the way we work together. That's why a man will never marry a woman. He doesn't marry a woman based on potential. Women do that, but men don't do that. Men marry women. They commit to men. They fall in love with women and based on how we function together. Okay, so that's the first thing that you got to understand. And so if you're not functioning in a way that a man deems pleasing, he ain't going to commit to you. He's not going to marry you. He's not going to be with you long term. And so what you have to understand is, what you have to figure out is, how do we function together? And so what today is, I am going to go over how to make a man, how to get a man to fall in love. And I will break down what happens during this process. So these things are in no particular order. They're in no particular order, but I will explain all of them. And then I will explain to you the effect that they actually have on the guy. All right. First things first. Okay. I want you to understand this. Men and women, like women don't understand men. Men can fall in love with the cashier at the food line. Okay. And the professional woman might, a professional man making plenty of money can fall in love with the woman at the food line making $10 an hour. A woman more than likely will not fall in love with the guy making $10 an hour because she's very professional. She won't do that normally because she's basing it a lot of times on potential. Remember what I said, a man bases who he marries, who he falls in love with based on function, not potential. How we function together. So the girl at the food line or the girl at the Winn-Dixie or the girl at the Kroger, we function well together. We get well together. And a lot of times women don't get the fact that men focus more on function, how we function together, how we operate together as opposed to potential together. All right. That's the first thing that you got to understand. That's not the way it happens. So how do you get him to fall in love? Number one, you get him to fall in love based on how we function together. Improve our functionality and you improve our opportunity to fall in love, especially from a man's perspective. So here's how it works. Let me give you the ways that men fall in love, and then you can understand how each thing and how you operate when you're operating with the man. And they're in no particular order, but I'm just going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you how they work in terms of the man's psyche, okay, in terms of how he views it. Number one, if you're going to fall in love with you, got to be physically attracted to you. Now, let me explain what I mean by physical attraction, though. Physical attraction is not what you think it is. A lot of people, like you get a lot of these women out here. And a lot of these women out here got booty shots all day long. They on Instagram showing the picture, showing their ass and showing, all of that. Men like that. That means we want to smash you. Yes, we would like to smash you, but that doesn't mean we won't fall in love with you. And so what you're doing is you're projecting an image. You're projecting an image that is not the image that makes a man fall in love. What you don't understand is this. Men fall in love with physical attraction. See, what physical attraction does is simply open the door to get him inside the door. And what do I mean by physical attraction? Here's what I mean. Every man likes something different. Every man likes something, just like women like something different. Some women like them tall. Some women like them short. Some women like them thin. Some women like them bigger. Some people like them dark skinned. But see, what you fail to realize is what men fall in love with them, what opens the door for a man is that you take the physical attributes that you have and you accentuate them. If it's your lip, if it's your beauty and your smile, yes, accentuate that. Every man doesn't fall in love with everything. I don't like smaller women, attractive wise. I like a larger woman. But every man ain't like me. Every man likes a different thing. So what it behooves the woman to do is stop trying to get an ass injection. And nothing wrong with making yourself, improving who you are, but not because you think it's going to make him better, make him like you more, but because you think it's going to make you like you more. Oh, that's deep, kid. Not because you think it's going to make him like you more, but because it's going to make you like you more. Because the more you like you, the more he's going to like you. Confidence is contagious. Confidence is contagious. And so that's the first thing. Y'all, that's the first. And all physical attraction does is simply open the door. It's just open the door. I'm good with a little lipo, Tia. I'm good with a little lipo if it makes you feel good about you. I done had plastic surgery, y'all. I weigh 400-some pounds. I got skin removed. No problem with that. But it's got to be because of you. It makes you like you. Because the more you like you, the more somebody else is going to like you. You ever seen a confident dude? He might not be the cutest dude in the world. He might be busted looking. But it's like women like him and they don't even know why. Because confidence is contagious. Listen. Y'all, when I used to tell my wife had this little thing, tell me something. When I was 400-some pounds, I said I could pull him at 400-some pounds. I said, because I was confident. I said I was smooth. I still was me. I was still that dude. And she was like, yeah, you get anybody over 16. I was like, no, I couldn't. I can get them under 16 too. I'm just telling you. But anyway, it's just confidence, y'all. The more you like you, the more he's going to be physically attracted to you. Y'all, there's a thing called, and I'm going to get into the law of attraction later on. I'm going to get into that in my class and in the thing I'm going to do. But I helped the female recently to attract a man. And I said, attracting a man has nothing to do with you putting on more makeup and injections in your ass. Attraction has something to do with your vibrational energy. That's number one. Number two, how do you make a man fall in love? Listen, y'all, chemistry. Chemistry let me tell you what chemistry is. Chemistry is, do you laugh together? Do you make jokes about yourself? Can the conversation flow? You ever been with somebody, you ever dated somebody, and then all of a sudden, y'all can't find nothing to say? It's like pulling teeth. That ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Does the conversation flow? Do we talk? Do we laugh? Is there humor? Because what a man does is, because a man bases his love on functionality, he wants to know, do we function well together? Do we talk to each other? Do we laugh? Do we laugh about ourselves? After we get finished doing it, can we still have fun together? Do you still want me around? Is our chemistry good? You know why sorry, Sade, now ain't time for you yet. That's the song of the day. No Ordinary Love. I got her playing in the background. But see, listen, here's the thing. I love that. But the problem is the problem. Hey, watching from South Africa. I love it. I'm international now. Yeah. All right, so listen, y'all. Here's the thing. Women many times project. Men do it too. But I'm just talking to women right now. Projecting is what you do is you masquerade who you truly are. And then because you feel like if I project an image that this person will find acceptable, then they'll find me acceptable. The problem with that is they never get to see the true and authentic you. All right. And because they only see your representative. And so when you're projecting, we all do it. But I always say, show them you as quickly as possible. Okay. Now I'm saying show them the quirky side of you. Show them the side that is self-deprecating. The reason why you want to do that is because, listen, if you do it that way, they can see authentically who you are. Everybody is faking out here. And a man wants somebody real. What makes you fake is not the makeup you wear or the hair extensions you got. The truth is, what makes you fake is the image you're projecting that is not you. And a man falls with fun. Remember, don't ever forget what I'm telling you today. A man falls in love based on functionality. How do we function together? Not how you look. How you look is just a part of it. Do we function together well? Do we still want to have fun after we both bust? That's real talk. After we have sex and we done pop 2-3 times, do we still want to hang out? I told my wife one time, I said, yo, you know how I knew I loved you? After we finished having sex, I still wanted to be around you. Look, yo, if a dude put you out after they have sex, it's just sex. I'm just saying. Because I'm being honest. Because the reality is women that I was with, and I ain't really like them. After I wanted to hit that thing. I wanted to get it, split it. I wanted to, but after I got it, I was like, why am I doing this? And I felt miserable. And because I ain't really want to be around her. And so that's how I knew. Is the conversation, is there chemistry? Is there chemistry? You follow me? That's number two. Number three, I wrote this down. What a man falls in love with, now get this. This is powerful. Are you trustworthy? Now, let me tell you what trustworthy is. Trustworthy has nothing to do with, well, it does have something to do with, but not completely, whether you're going to go out and cheat on him. He's not really making that calculation initially, because what he's saying, if by the time that he decides to get serious, commit to you, he is calculating in his head, are you trustworthy? Do you tell the truth, even if it hurts? Listen to me carefully, y'all. I'm not telling you. What I'm telling you is this. A man is calculating in his head. Are you honest? Are you going to be the kind of person who's going to tell me the truth about me? You're going to tell me the truth that I'm a jerk. If you're going to tell me the truth that I'm lazy. If you're going to tell me the truth and not allow me to have the status quo. And so a man ain't going to fall in love with you if he believes there's any dishonesty in you. And what is dishonesty is simply you're not willing to be forthright in every area. Not that you're going to cheat on me. I'm not even, most men ain't making that calculation. If he got with you and he thinks you're going to cheat on you, he ain't going to commit to you anyway. That's like a given. That's like a given right there. I'm talking about the fact that when a man is like, can I trust you with my heart? Oh, shit. If a man can't listen, not only can I trust you to tell me the truth, trust goes well beyond that. Trust is he's making a calculation. Can I trust you with my heart? Because yesterday I told the story yesterday, and I said if a man doesn't allow you to get to the next level, the next surface under, not the superficial conversations about, hey, what you doing, where you work, what school you go to. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the deep conversations. If a man never lets you into that deeper realm of who he is, if he never lets you into the deeper realm of who he is, this is the realm where you know what hurts him. This is the realm where you know his fears, his desires, the things that he doesn't tell anybody. Because as men, many times that we have to be very careful when we out here, we dealing with people, especially black men. Y'all, we got all kind of stuff going on. And so we're very careful to guard the things that we hold true, the things that mean something to us, the desires, the things that our fears, all of those things. And if he's unwilling, see, if a man is unwilling to share that with you, he doesn't trust you with his heart. And I doubt very seriously if he gonna fall in. When a man falls in love with you, this is how you know he falling in love with you. This is this deep right here, where a man says, "I trust you enough to trust you with my heart." And to be honest with you, because nobody wants to be hurt. Women, but men, we don't really deal with pain in an effective healing way. We just don't. We've never been taught how to do this, and that's the reason why now I deal with it that way. And so what I'm saying to you is just understand that if for any reason he believes that you're not trustworthy with his heart, with the truth, with everything, integrity, he ain't gonna fall in love with you. Yes. Number 4. Let me give you this. Number 4, long-term compatibility. And so in long-term compatibility, what me and my wife wrote in our book, The Canion Culture. See, a man will fall in love with you if he believes that the culture, that the core values you have. And in our book, we talk about core values. And if he believes that your core values are similar, okay? If he believes your core values are similar. Now, what do I mean by core values? See, people get confused when they think that because our personalities are different, our core values are different. That is incorrect. And so what draws people to, and listen to me carefully, I always say attraction can bring you together. Remember, physical attraction, other attractions can bring you together. Only core values can keep you together. If your core values are incongruent, you will never stay together. You won't stay together. And so what happens is, and here's what I mean by core values. So in our book, me and my wife talk about our core values and how we created a culture in our relationship. And so what the core values are simply this: things that we both believe in. So what personality wise, my wife and I are different. I'm loud. She kind of quiet. She likes funny movies. I hate funny movies. I like football. I like sports. She hates sports. So we're different personality wise, but our core values are the exact same. You know what we believe in? Number 1, we believe that we should operate our finances in our marriage like a business. We believe that. We believe that you should get out of debt. All right, that you should operate with slow debt. We believe that. We believe that the other person needs to allow me to be myself. We believe, and so our core values line up. And so with the man, he is determining long-term compatibility. Do our core values line up? And so y'all, you only get to that point when you have a deeper conversation, when he lets you get below the surface. Now, if you don't ever get below the surface, you ain't gonna never know. All right. But when he starts to see that our core values line up, he begins to thinking about, he starts to fall for this woman. He starts to fall for this woman, y'all. And I'm telling you, like I told you, you notice getting that booty is not on this list because men don't fall for you because of the booty. They might fall in love with the booty, but they ain't gonna fall in love with you. Number five, really important. And this is where a lot of people mess it up. The next two, I would venture to say, are the most important two. The next two are I venture to say the most important two. And people mess it up all the time, especially women. Okay, they mess it up all the time. Number five is this. Do you know his love language and do you speak it? Do you know his love language and do you speak it? So let me give you an example of this. I used to think, and a lot of people mess this up. I used to think that, okay, I used to be the kind of person where, all right. If I'm like, if you give me gifts, all right, cool. I don't really care too much about gifts. I used to think about it. It's like, I don't really too care about gifts of person. And I remember one time, and let me tell you about this client I have instead of me. It was a better example. Is I had a client and I actually let her go as a client because of this. Because she had a certain love language. She would give all of her guys gifts and stuff. She would buy shit for them, just paying their rent, all of this stuff. And I said, do you know what their love language is? One guy, she was like, I don't want his gifts. And she was like, I said, but what we do is we give people love based on the way we receive love. And she kept getting mad because he would not give her gifts back. And I said, the problem is that's not his love language. He would say, I'll come by and fix your house. I'll fix the light. I'll fix the light. She says, he came by and fixed the plumbing. And she got mad. Why you want to come by and fix my plumbing? I said, see, here's the problem. The problem is his love language is acts of service. Okay? Your love language is gifts and recognition. And I said, have you talked to him about your love language? And I said, he hasn't talked to you about it because neither one of you has taken the time to figure out the other person's love language. So it ain't about him. It ain't about him. It's about you. I said, because I'm looking at this. My wife's love language is words of affirmation. And see, well, every week, I feed her words of affirmation. Even if things are not going completely right in her life, I'm going to feed her words of affirmation. But most people in couples, you know why the man ain't going to fall in love with you? You know why the man ain't going to fall in love with you? Because you don't find out what his love language is. You don't care. All you care about is your love language. And so here's the thing. And so then he don't fall in love with you. Then he fall in love with the chick up the street and you wonder why she ain't got nothing on me. Yes, she do. She got the ability to find out what his love language is. And the more you give a person their love language, the more you speak the love language, the more they want to be with you. And the last one, number 6, you want a man to fall in love. How does a man fall in love? This is the most important one. The most important. I hope y'all taking notes. Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate it. The most important one is simply this right here. I'm going to fall in love with the woman who has the ability to inspire and encourage me to be more than I am. I'm telling you this right now. Any woman that has the ability to inspire a man and encourage him to be more than he is, I promise you, you're touching a part of that man, and that man will fall in love with you. I promise you. Y'all, listen, trust me. I'm the doctor. I know what I'm talking about. If you don't have the ability to inspire, if you don't have the ability to inspire him, if you don't have the ability to inspire him to be better, to want him to be better, I assure you, you won't be the one. But most people aren't willing to inspire. You know why? Because so many people are trying to be inspired. They're looking to someone else to inspire them. So their cup is half full, half empty. And because their cup is half empty, then they want somebody, they're looking to somebody else to fill that cup up. And instead of working on yourself first, fill your own cup up. And I always tell people 2 half cups, that's not going to be a relationship that works. Because one person is going to pour into the other person, and then they're going to be empty. The other person's going to be full, right? They're going to be empty. And then they're going to resent you ultimately because their cup is empty. And that's just what it is, y'all. That's it right there. And no, I'm not a wizard. I'm just telling you the things that are the catalyst for men falling in love. And at the end of the day, I look at this whole list. Every one of them is why I married my wife. All right, because let me go to it. There was things I was so attracted to her. She was cute as a button. We had chemistry. We could laugh and play all night long, conversation, even after we did the do. Okay, I trusted her with my heart. I trusted she wasn't going out here getting that thing up to everybody either. Long-term compatibility, that was the thing I wrestled with at first. I wrestled with long-term was our core values because they were different at first. And then as we stayed together, they became in alignment. They became in alignment. Okay. She spoke my love language. She would listen to me about business. Even when I worked at a security guard years ago, y'all, I said, I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. But she did number 6. She inspired me to be better. She encouraged me to be more, to be a better man, to be more than I had become. And look, we've been married 19 going on 20 years. And I ain't never looked back, and I do it all over again. I do it all over again. And if you're trying to figure out what's going on with you, hit me up. I do my discovery sessions. I do them like 1 or 2 a week. And if you want to find out what's going on with you, discovery session wise, let's have a discovery session. Let's find out what mistakes you're making. And at the end of the day, I can tell you how I can solve people's problems in 17 minutes or less. I'm that good. And all I'm going to say to you is it's an investment. It's not. But if you want to change in 2021, you want a new relationship, invest in yourself, period. That's what it is. All right, y'all. That's my time. I'm Ken Canion, the host of Love, Lust, and Lies. Look, y'all have a great day. I'm your man, Ken Canion, and I'm out.